Let me be very clear. I want you to have creativity and love and life and fullness and joy, peace and happiness, fulfillment, meaning, all blessing, all goodness, ever expanding, ever new, life more abundantly, life eternal. And my God is of that. My values are of that. And that is who I am. And I want it for you. And you may not be in that, what I'd label as a dynamic state. You may be wondering why you're awake this morning. Oh goodness, not another day, as the lady I talked to last night says to me. I get tired just getting dressed and have to rest. Poor soul. Our compassion just floods out to her. I'm come that you might have life. What is that life? It's this state of mind that is, according to the beginning of this recording. The words that I've said hint at it, don't they? A state of being which is life, abundant life, fullness of life. I would that I could give it to everyone. I don't need to. My God does. I trust him utterly for it. I'd be mad to trust in anything else. The reason that I might venture, and I mean venture of course, to add in all uncertainty, I agree, but the reason for all this mayhem and war and unhappiness and disaster of our more relatively recent history, this historic period that we can get any grasp on back a few thousand years, maybe, precisely, maybe, because their God was of such. Look at the appalling Christian God, one who must have payment, one who judges, one who has to apparently have some in heaven and some in hell. My God is not that. I'm come that you might have life. I'm not come to impose it on you. Oh, goodness, no, I don't mean that. But I so want you to be happy, to be full, to have life as I've hinted at it in the opening words of this recording. I want it for all, in the present, future and past. And I have the notion that my God is able to achieve that. That may sound absurd if you have a very limited experience of living. Such notion of life is off the page. Yeah, it is. But inspiration is like that. You have to have a conception of something better, or you can't move towards it. You certainly can't hope for something you can't even conceive of. I can sort of get round that by saying my God, whom I can sort of conceive of, can conceive of that which I can't conceive of. Does that sound gibberish nonsense or some sort of sense? I don't have the answers, but I'm trusting that he has, and loving him to bits for it. Do you see, I'm in some sense transferring my meaning to life into something more wonderful than I can conceive of, and seeing if it will transform life I find I have. And I find at such times I'm overflowing with life, excitement, joy, happiness. I don't mean bad excitement, I mean wonderful transcendence. And I want that for all. Of course, I mean, because it's the most wonderful thing to experience. Of course I want it for all. I'd be mean and horrible if I didn't, and I don't wish to be mean and horrible. Because the experience is giving me such a wealth that I can just keep, in a sense, giving such wealth, to put it in those terms, away. And I'm none the poorer. In fact, I'm richer the more I give. You know, it's a supra-abundant reality to live in. You may say it's a fantasy. I say, yes, so are dreams. Did you wake up after a bad dream? How did you feel? Terrible. Or relieved that it's no longer going, of course. Oh, thank goodness for that, yes. What about when you have a wonderful experience? Oh, you want to recall it for the rest of your life, if you possibly can. Without some sadness of having lost it, I mean truly recall it, not just moon that it's in the past and, oh, how sad, if only I could have it again. It's the trouble with photos, isn't it? Oh, this is my kiddie when he was such a lovely baby. Oh, I wish I had him again as a baby. Oh, how sad. That's to make oneself miserable. Throw the album away, is what I'm tempted to say. Do you see, I want you to enter into life continuously now, not regret it being in the past. It's in the past and I'm so glad it was there, and that gladness is following through in my present, and I am still utterly glad. Love you, God, love you to bits. May I love you more and more. And all that you love. That doesn't make sense, not to me now. All that we love. We are one in that sense. And I don't mean one homogeneous mass or some vast collection of clones, drone clones at that. Oh my goodness, no. I mean a full, vibrant family, incredible variety and joy, and love and kindness and sympathy and empathy for each other. A holiness undreamed of. But my God can dream of it, and I trust him for it. Do you see, I'm getting a sort of super acceleration into life that's beyond my comprehension. I tried living within my comprehension, and it was so small, so narrow, and so poor, that in the end 70 years might have been a burden instead of an absolute joy. And I'm flying. And my God, I want you to fly too. Come with me. Bless you. Love you. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.